All right, y'all. We are here with the man, the myth, the legend, DShack. Aren't you on a podcast?
I don't know. Am I?
I don't know. We are coming at you live from Battle of the Bands 2024. It was probably the best one in my opinion so far. Dale, how are you feeling?
Man, I feel great. It was awesome. It was fun. Great to see all these bands. Like I've seen and worked and met a couple of them prior to this, but really, this was the first true performances I've seen from any of them except for the two returning bands. Yeah. And I was blown away. I mean, it was a great set. It was a great set.
You killed it, buddy. Dale puts in so much work behind this, like things that people don't even think about. And like every year there's something new. This year we had like a guitar off. We had a costume contest, which yours truly won. So Dale, can you just kind of talk about some of the work that goes behind this and all the details? Not all the details. We'll be here a while, but
yeah, it's like a year's worth of work. I think last year we booked this night like a week after last year's event. Like the very following week, we went ahead and like, okay,
it's like Santa Claus.
Everything from like, sending out band calls and trying to get the word out there to all kinds of different bands, who's going to be a part of this, to putting together a committee to choose, like, okay, which bands do we get? Like, we had 17 bands apply this year, and we only can perform 6, because already 6 is a long night, and it's a great night. So, everything from that to getting marketing out to designing a light plot. Like I designed all this light plot this year, last year too, but did a few changes this year. And programming, like, okay, what's going to happen? How are we making movements? Are we doing strobes? Are we not? Getting everything ready, line checking, getting stage spots from all the bands, everything from doing catering backstage for the judges, for the bands, finding judges, coordinating everything. There's a ton of work that goes into this, but it's, I don't know, in my opinion, it's so worth it,
Oh yeah.
It's so worth it.
It came out really great. You had a great turnout. You had some great art, some really cool posters and everything.
Yeah, man, you killed it. Everything looked great. The lighting was awesome.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Like, what was the lighting different this year?
It was a little different this year, so I kept, last year there was the 2 trees of 3 on either side that came down that are just traditional stage lighting, right? Kept that this year, but then last year I had 5 of those on the back too that kind of just flickered and stuff. But this year I swapped those out for 9 LEDs and kind of made a grid where I could do designs. I could do X's and crosses and squares and triangles and all those fun things. And I could really strobe things this year, turn it into an even bigger show.
Right. I mean, if I'm not having a seizure while I'm watching a show, it's not really good lighting. And I was having a seizure. So great job, man. Last question. Favorite 90s bands? What you got? I know you were like born in the 90s, but...
Barely born in the 90s.
Like what, for those 2 years that you were alive, what...
Half a year, baby.
Half a year. What's your favorite band?
My favorite band? It's basic, but I really like Nirvana. They do some of their tracks, especially like their slower tracks, I just love. There's such kind of a grit and a slow rumbling to it. They also have a version of In the Pines that is on one of MTV's Unplugged videos. I think it was one of the last performances before, all that. And it's such a great version of a song. It's so great. I love it. I don't know if they're my absolute favorite, but they're the one I can think of right now.
Awesome. Okay, man. Plug that podcast you're on, and then also all your music things real quick.
Successfully Unsigned. You can catch all 3 of us buffoons on there. Everywhere from Instagram to Facebook to TikTok. Successfully Unsigned. I think it's Unsigned Podcast on TikTok if you want to follow us there. If you want to hear more of my music, I performed a couple songs tonight. You can find me at DShack, DShack Official, all that fun stuff. Thanks.
To the top of Tiger Hill, guys.